Wow, building on time? I've been wanting to try to build something for speed for a long time. Let's learn how to build a mansion.
Round 1.
I want my mansion to feel modern, clean, and big. So I spread the work across the whole shape at the same time instead of thinking about only one wall first. I use white concrete for most of the house because white makes a modern build look fresh, bright, and expensive. Then I use gray concrete in the middle section so the front does not become too plain. Gray is useful because it breaks the white into parts and makes the building easier to read from far away. I also add some wooden beams because if I use only concrete, the house can feel cold like a giant box. Wood gives warmth and makes the structure feel more alive. I keep the mansion large and make space for 2 floors because a big home needs a good shape before details matter. On the right side, I leave a deep area for a pool, and on the left, I make side stairs leading to the entrance. I like side stairs because they guide movement and make the front less boring. The middle gray part connects both floors and both side sections, so the whole house feels tied together instead of split apart. For the walls and roof lines, I keep mixing white and gray concrete while checking the shape from the front and from the side. Modern houses look better when the lines stay clean and flat, so I try not to make random bumps. The wooden beams help too because they look like support lines and make the big white walls feel more organized. Even if Minecraft blocks do not really need support the same way as real buildings, support-looking pieces still help the eye believe the structure. I use spruce stairs for stepped parts because spruce has a darker warm brown color, and that dark color stands out well against the white concrete. Dark stairs also help show height changes clearly, so the entrance area looks easier to understand. For the windows, I use black glass. Black glass is really good in a modern mansion because it feels sleek and reflective, almost like tinted luxury windows. It also hides the inside a little, which gives the house a richer look. I keep the windows large because modern homes often use wide glass areas to let in light and show nice views. The upper floor gets some of my favorite parts. On the left side, I make a covered balcony, and I like that because a balcony should feel useful in sun or rain, not just decorative. A cover also creates shade, and shade makes the wall below look deeper because of the shadow. On the right side of the top floor, I build a room with a panoramic view. Big windows are perfect there because a panoramic room should feel open and connected to the outside. In building, glass is not only for light, it also changes how heavy a room looks. A solid wall feels closed, but a wall of dark glass feels lighter and more modern. The gray center part keeps working between these top sections too, and that is important. If both sides look too separate, the mansion would feel like 2 houses pushed together. I want one big, clean home. The lower pool area on the right also helps balance the higher upper room because one side has depth in the ground and the other has height above it. That makes the whole build feel more interesting. When the shape looks right, I finish the outside by making the place feel alive. I decorate around the mansion with flowers and leaves because modern houses still need nature around them, or they can look too hard and empty. Green plants are really useful next to white walls because the colors contrast strongly, so both the house and the garden stand out more. I put the leaves where they soften the corners and the edges near the entrance. That helps the straight concrete lines feel less stiff. Then I fill the pool with water. Water is a big deal on modern builds because it adds motion, reflection, and color without needing many blocks. Blue water next to white and gray concrete always looks nice. And the pool also makes the right side of the mansion feel more luxurious. I keep looking at the left stairs, the gray middle, the black windows, and the upper balcony to make sure everything still matches. Phew, I barely made it on time. Great, my mansion is ready.
Hello.
Hey, Banana Kid, look, I built it in just 5 minutes. Do you like?
Yay!
Really? I am very glad that you like my makeshift construction. Maybe then you'll try to build a mansion yourself in just 10 minutes?
Ta-da!
They ran to the place. This is where your building will be. Are you ready?
Yay!
Then go ahead.
Round 2.
I am watching Banana Kid build his mansion, and right away, I can tell he wants something unusual. He makes the outline like a half moon using white concrete. That curved shape is a very bold choice because most houses are boxes and this one already feels softer and more elegant. Curves are hard to do in Minecraft, so using a clear outer line first is a smart move. White concrete is a great block for this because it keeps the shape smooth and modern. If he used a rough block, the curve would look messy much faster. He also adds a support beam from light gray concrete. That is useful because a special curved house needs one clear structural line, or it can start looking like a random white blob. The light gray beam breaks the white and helps the eye understand where the main support is. I tell Banana Kid this looks like a giant smile made of concrete, and he just makes a proud little sound. Even before the walls are filled, the mansion already feels fancy because the silhouette is doing a lot of work. After the half-moon frame is ready, Banana Kid begins filling the lower, left, and upper parts of the outline with white concrete. He is careful with the order, and that makes sense. When a build uses a curved shell, finishing broad outer surfaces first helps lock the shape in place. White concrete keeps everything looking very clean, and clean surfaces are important for a modern mansion. Big modern homes often look strongest when they use a few materials very well, instead of many materials badly. I can also see that the curved front is going to be the main design feature, so the outside has to stay neat. White makes the building feel bright and expensive, but it can become boring if there is no contrast. That is why the light gray support line matters so much. It acts like a spine through the design. I joke that Banana Kid is making a moon house for rich people, and honestly, I am not even wrong. The smooth white shell is already making the mansion look more like a luxury villa than a normal family home. Now, Banana Kid turns to the second floor and builds the floor plate from white and light gray concrete. That is a clever choice, because a second floor should feel separate from the first, but still belong to the same building. Using both colors on the floor helps with that. Banana Kid has only 7 minutes left. He needs to hurry up. White keeps the floor tied to the outer shell, while light gray makes the new level easier to see. In design, floor plates are important because they show how the building is organized inside. If the second floor has a clear line, the house looks more planned. Along the edges, he places light blue glass panes. These are a great material for railings because panes are thin and do not block the view too much. Thin railings are perfect on a modern mansion. Thick walls on balconies can make a luxury house feel heavy, but glass keeps it open and elegant. The pale blue color also works well with the white concrete because it feels clean and airy. I tell Banana Kid his house is starting to look like it belongs next to the ocean, and the glass really helps that feeling. With the second floor slab in place, Banana Kid builds the back wall upstairs from light gray concrete. That is a smart move, because back walls often need a bit more solidity than the front, especially in modern homes where the front may use more glass. Light gray concrete is useful here because it gives contrast without looking too dark. Too much white on the back would flatten the whole building, and too much black would feel too heavy. Half the time, is he sure he'll make it? Gray sits nicely in the middle. It also makes the upper floor look slightly more private and protected, which is good if the front is going to be open and bright. I like how the gray wall works against the curved white outline. Straight and curved shapes together can look very stylish when they are balanced correctly. Banana Kid keeps the wall high enough to feel secure, but not so massive that it kills the modern feeling. The house now has a stronger upper level, and I can tell he is building it like a real luxury home, where some sides are solid and some sides open up for views. Then he goes to the front of the second floor and fills it with light gray glass. After that, he uses the same glass on the right side too. This is where the mansion suddenly becomes much more modern. Large glass walls are one of the easiest ways to make a house feel high-end because they bring in a lot of light and make the inside feel connected to the outside. Light gray glass is a good choice because it gives some tint. Tinted glass looks more elegant than clear glass on modern builds, and it also helps the windows feel less empty. I like that he uses solid gray concrete on the back and tinted glass on the front. That gives the building privacy on one side and openness on the other. It is a nice design balance. Glass walls also make the second floor seem lighter than the first one, which is helpful because upper levels should not look too heavy. I tell Banana Kid this place now looks like a secret villain mansion from a movie, and he answers with one of his funny little sounds. On the lower floor, Banana Kid uses light gray concrete for the back wall too. Then he fills the front with the same light gray glass. That keeps the material language very clear. White frames the shape, gray concrete gives the strong private walls, and gray glass gives open luxury spaces. Three minutes to go. Banana Kid, hurry up! Repeating the same materials on both floors is a very good idea because it makes the mansion feel like one designed object instead of two different houses stacked together. Then he does something really interesting. At the back, Banana Kid adds doors. Putting the doors there actually makes a lot of sense. The front of this mansion is mostly about shape and glass, so if he cut a big entrance into that beautiful curved side, it could ruin the clean look. A back entrance keeps the front elegant and uninterrupted. It is a smart architectural choice. A lot of fancy houses hide the practical access points and let the best-looking side focus on views and design. The doors also make the back wall feel useful instead of just flat. Then he goes inside and starts the staircase between the two floors using light gray concrete. Gray concrete is a strong stair material for a modern house because it looks like smooth stone or polished cement. Stairs are not only for moving upward. Inside a modern mansion, they often become part of the design. A nice stair can act almost like sculpture. I watch him place them in a simple clean line, and that works well here because the house shape outside is already special enough. The inside should stay clear and easy to move through. The staircase keeps growing and starts tying the whole house together. This is a really important step because until now, the floors look beautiful but separate. A good staircase gives the build flow. It tells people how to move through the space, and movement is a huge part of architecture. If a home looks great but feels awkward to walk in, it is not really a good home. Banana Kid keeps the stair line neat and makes sure it fits the curved shell without fighting it. That is not easy. Curved buildings can make interior planning much harder because straight furniture and stairs want flat walls. By keeping the staircase simple and the materials consistent, he solves that problem well. The light gray concrete inside also matches the support beam outside, which is nice because it quietly repeats the same idea in different places. Now when I look at the whole mansion, I see a half-moon frame, white shell, glass curves, private gray back wall, and a strong interior stair.
Ta-da! Yay!
Where did everyone run off to? Hey guys, what's all that noise?
Banana Kid and I are building a temporary mansion, JJ. Who did it better?
Oh, both of your buildings look great, but I think it's up to the audience to decide who did the best.
Yes, JJ, you're right. Maybe then you have comments on the construction of Banana Kid?
Yes, there are a couple of comments. This building shape doesn't look very nice. I doubt very much that your house can be called a mansion now.
I totally agree with you, JJ. Maybe then you can build your mansion in 15 minutes.
Okay, then let's run to the place.
JJ, good luck to you. We'll wait in the house.
But?
Thanks, guys. Then I'm starting. Round 3. For my mansion, I begin with tropical wood planks as a base material and combine them with light gray, and white concrete for the walls. This material palette is carefully chosen. Tropical wood has a warm golden tone that immediately makes a large house feel more welcoming. Concrete, especially in white and gray shades, brings the modern precision and clean geometry that a mansion needs. By mixing warm wood and cool concrete, I create a balanced design language. Too much wood could make the house feel rustic. Too much concrete could make it feel cold. The goal is to combine luxury with comfort. I plan this mansion as a wide 3-story building, so I need a strong horizontal footprint first. A wide footprint is useful because mansions should feel expansive, not cramped. It also gives me room to create side curves, large windows, and balcony areas later. Right from the beginning, I keep the front broad and elegant because large homes are often judged by their first silhouette long before the details are seen. I continue shaping the lower structure and let the first and second floors share the same main wall system. This is an important architectural decision. When the first 2 floors align vertically, the mansion feels more stable and unified. Shared walls make the building look like one grand volume rather than stacked boxes. I use tropical planks for floor lines and warm framing, while gray and white concrete define the stronger outer walls. This layered approach helps the house feel both modern and lived in. The broad width of the building is becoming clearer now, and I keep the proportions calm and elegant rather than too tall. A mansion should impress through space and rhythm, not only through height. I also pay close attention to the spacing of future window zones. Large windows need enough wall around them to feel framed. If I leave too little support between openings, the whole facade can seem weak. This lower stage is setting all of that up. The mansion already feels grand, but still clean and organized. As the shared lower walls grow, I start rounding the sides of the mansion. Rounded sides are a very strong luxury design feature. Straight walls are simple and effective, but curved edges make a home feel more custom and more expensive. In Minecraft, curves are created by stepping the blocks carefully, so planning those side arcs early is essential. I use the concrete and wood together to make sure the curves do not look accidental. The warm plank lines help soften the edges, while the concrete keeps the profile crisp. Rounded side walls are also useful because they make the building feel wider without adding a lot of extra depth. Visually, they spread the mansion outward in a graceful way. I keep checking the shape from different angles, because a curve can look good from the front and awkward from the side if it is not controlled. So far, the side rounding is working very well. The house is already starting to feel like a luxury estate instead of a standard rectangular home. Now, I begin defining the third floor as a separate upper level. Unlike the first and second floors, this top story does not sit directly on the same wall line. I separate it with a balcony that wraps the front, and I use black glass panes for the balcony railing. This is a very strong modern detail. Black glass panes are thin, elegant, and they provide safety without blocking the view. On an upper floor, that matters a lot. A balcony should feel open, especially on a mansion where the top level is often the most scenic area. The black railing also contrasts beautifully with the lighter walls and the tropical wood below. Contrast is very important on large builds because it helps define edges and floor transitions. By setting the third floor back behind the balcony line, I also reduce visual weight at the top. That makes the whole house feel more balanced. A lighter upper floor is one of the best ways to make a wide mansion feel graceful, rather than heavy. With the upper setback established, I continue expanding the third level and make sure it still feels connected to the floors below. A separate top story can be beautiful, but if it floats too much visually, the house starts to feel broken into pieces. I use consistent wall colors and careful alignment so the third floor reads as a refined crown rather than a random box. The balcony line is doing a lot of work here. It acts as both a divider and a bridge between the lower mass and the upper retreat. I also keep the side curves active at this level so the mansion stays coherent from bottom to top. Repeating shape language is a key lesson in architecture. If a curve appears only once, it may look accidental. If it returns in several areas, it becomes identity. The wide format of the house means the third floor needs to sit very confidently on top, and by now it does. The building has a lower body, a middle body, and a refined upper layer that all feel part of one designed composition. Next, I build the side staircases outside using tropical wood slabs and white concrete railings. These exterior stairs are more than just access. They become part of the visual composition of the mansion. Tropical wood slabs are ideal because they create smooth, shallow steps that look elegant rather than bulky. White concrete railings keep the stairs clean and bright, which matches the modern wall palette. By placing stairs on both sides, I balance the wide front and make the entrance experience feel grander. Symmetry like this helps large buildings look formal and expensive. The stairs also connect beautifully with the rounded side forms because they guide movement along the outer edges instead of forcing everything through one central path. I make sure the stairs feel integrated, not attached at the last moment. Integration is very important on a mansion. Every visible element should seem planned from the start. With these side staircases in place, the exterior now feels more dynamic and much more inviting from the ground level. I continue refining the outside shell so the three-floor mansion feels fully resolved. The wide shape, curved sides, shared lower floors, and recessed top level are all now working together. I keep using tropical planks as a warm structural base and let the concrete panels define the clean, modern surfaces. Glass pane windows also begin to play a larger role in the visual rhythm. Thin glass is especially effective in a mansion because it avoids the chunky look that full glass blocks can create on refined facades. Large homes should feel polished. Thin windows help a lot with that. I check the front constantly to make sure the lines remain calm and balanced. A mansion does not need wild shapes everywhere. It needs enough detail to feel rich and enough order to feel expensive. At this point, the outside already tells a very clear story. This is a modern luxury residence with warm materials, soft curves, strong horizontal space, and a carefully separated upper level that feels exclusive and airy. Inside, I begin finishing the floor of each level using the tropical planks. This is an important move because the warm wood floor immediately makes the interior feel more human and comfortable. Large modern houses can become too cold if the inside uses only concrete. Wood solves that by adding color and visual softness underfoot. I lay the floors carefully across the levels and also complete any missing wall sections where the shell still needs support from the inside. Interior finishing is often where a build becomes believable. A beautiful outer facade means less if the inside feels unfinished. I also make sure the floor lines match the exterior logic. On a good mansion, inside and outside should feel like parts of the same design, not separate ideas. Tropical planks work especially well here because they connect directly to the outside stairs and framing. That repetition creates harmony. The mansion now begins to feel like a real home, rather than just a grand empty structure with pretty walls. After the floors are complete, I install staircases between the levels and place doors at the entrances. Interior stairs are a key part of mansion design because movement through a large home should feel smooth and elegant, not cramped. I choose a layout that keeps the circulation easy to understand. In a large building, confusion can happen quickly if stairs arrive in awkward corners or if doors block paths. I keep the transitions neat and let the stairs connect the levels in a practical, readable way. Doors are also important, even in modern builds where open plans are common. Entrance doors give the house a sense of threshold and control. They mark the points where public space turns into private space. I check the path from the outside stairs into the main interior to make sure it feels natural. By now, the mansion is fully structured inside and out. It has floors, enclosed spaces, proper vertical movement, and clear access points. That makes it ready for the final stage, which is turning this architecture into a real luxurious living environment. Now, it is time for furniture, and I begin with the huge open area that covers the first and second floors together as one grand interior space. I place a bed, a nightstand, and a lamp first. Even in a mansion, the sleeping area is still one of the clearest signs that the space is meant to be lived in. The lamp is especially important here because large open interiors need local points of light to feel cozy. I also add a brewing stand and a cauldron with water. These elements work nicely in a Minecraft mansion because they create a little functional corner that feels practical and slightly magical at the same time. Then, I place bookshelves and an enchanting table. Bookshelves are excellent in large spaces because they add texture, warmth, and vertical rhythm. The enchanting table becomes a strong focal point among the calmer furniture. Together, these items make the lower main hall feel more layered. It is no longer just a huge, empty room. It now has function, purpose, and a sense of personality. I continue developing that large interior by decorating the walls with paintings. Wall art is very useful in a mansion because large wall surfaces can easily feel blank and unfinished, especially when the architecture is clean and modern. Paintings add color, break up the vertical planes, and make the room feel inhabited. I place them in areas where they support the layout rather than clutter it. In a refined house, decoration should complement the structure, not fight with it. The bookshelves and enchanting zone remain one important side of the room, while the bed and lamp establish a softer living corner. This balance between utility and comfort is essential. A mansion should feel grand, but it should also feel usable. I make sure the open space still has clear walking paths. Large furniture arrangements can become awkward if they block the natural movement from stair to stair or from the entrance to the interior. At this point, the lower two levels function as a big, luxurious hall with different zones that still feel connected. Outside, I decide to build a pool in front of the mansion. A modern mansion and a front pool often work very well together because water adds reflection, color, and a sense of luxury without needing too many extra materials. To make the pool bed quickly and neatly, I use a command and prepare the shape from white concrete. White concrete is perfect for pool edges because it looks clean, bright, and expensive. It also reflects the blue water beautifully. I do not just pour water into a random hole. I define the full basin first because shape matters. A pool should feel intentional and geometric, especially in front of a house with modern lines. Once the white bed is ready, I place sea lanterns inside. Sea lanterns are ideal because they provide soft, underwater lighting. Lighting underwater is very important in luxury design. It turns a simple pool into a feature, especially at night when the glow reflects on the mansion facade. With the pool structure complete, I pour in the water and immediately the front of the house becomes far more alive. Water does a lot for a build. It reflects the building, it softens hard lines, and it adds movement through color even when it stays still. In front of a broad mansion, water also helps fill the open space without cluttering it. After the pool is finished, I build a couple of paths from tropical planks near the front. These paths are useful because they guide the eye and the player. Large open lawns can make an entrance feel vague, but paths create direction. Last minute, I have to hurry. Tropical planks match the wood already used on the house and stairs, which keeps the whole design tied together. I also add leaves around the paths and near the front. Greenery is very important here. Plants soften the concrete, make the water area feel more natural, and help the mansion feel luxurious instead of sterile. Great! My mansion is ready. It's time for me to show it to the guys.
What?
Wow, JJ, you've got such a beautiful mansion. I really like...
Thank you guys. I am very glad that you liked my building. Friends, be sure to write in the comments whose building you like the most. Well, I think it's time for us to finish.
Yes, JJ, you're right.
Subscribe and like. Bye-bye.